So we have some really exciting news today with SmartBear having acquired Hiptest. And we'd like to kind of share that news with you. And I'm here with Laurent Pye, the co-founder and CEO of Hiptest. So congratulations, Laurent, first of all. Welcome and bienvenue to the SmartBear family. Maybe you can start by telling us a little bit about what Hiptest is.
Sure. So Hiptest is a continuous testing platform that helps Agile and DevOps teams to test their software continuously from ID to production.
What has led to the success of Hiptest so far?
When we have started Hiptest, I started the company with 4 other co-founders. We use our own product. So we know what it takes to do multiple deployments a day, to test continuously within the continuous delivery pipeline. And because we use it, we want to make it very impactful for us and for our community. I think that's one of the main reasons of the success.
Great. So besides yourself, who are some of your other typical types of customers?
So we have large companies like Cisco, like Intuit, Société Générale. But first, so at the very beginning, 3 years ago, we started with very small and mature startups, in fact, companies that were looking like Hiptest, doing multiple deployments a day.
So amongst these customers, what is the problem that they're trying to solve?
So there are mainly 2 problems that they want to solve using Hiptest. The first one is about team alignment. When you have this space of deployment in production, you can't afford to have silos. So it's about collaboration and about team alignment. How can I make sure that product owner, developers, testers have a shared understanding of the feature to be developed? And this is the first problem that we do address with the Hiptest platform, collaborative platform that supports behavior-driven development. And the second one, challenge that we do address is the living documentation. So giving the ability to our customers to have a real understanding of how their product behave in production.
That's great. So you've had a great success here in growing the business so far. What was your decision to join SmartBear? What were the key reasons behind that?
So there are mainly 2 reasons why we decided to join SmartBear. The first one is we share the same vision of the market, and the people I talked to were also clearly aligned on that vision. And for us, SmartBear is a very interesting framework where we will grow our company with autonomy, keeping the ability to innovate, but with much more resources than what we had so far. So it's bigger, faster, and better.
Talk to me a little bit about how this impacts your current Hiptest customers, Laurel.
Yeah, that's a great question. I think it's a very great news for our customers. The first good news is that we'll have the ability to execute faster on a roadmap because now we'll have more resources. And you know that we've grown from 0 to 25,000 users, and that means a lot of feedback and also a lot of product requests. So that's the first great news. The second one is in terms of integration and synergy that we can build with you existing tools in the portfolio. So I'm thinking about typically CBT, cross-browser testing, and Swagger. So when you look at the workflow of our typical Hiptest customer, they use Hiptest to define their ID, create BDD scenarios, and then at some point they have to automate their scenarios. And by integrating Hiptest with cross-browser testing, we would give our customer the ability to test their BDD scenarios in multiple environments for multiple versions of the browsers and so on. And same thing with Swagger Hub. If they want to automate at the API level, providing such integration and capabilities would definitely be a great win for them.
Yeah, that's a great point. I think as we compared our mutual sort of customer databases, there was a lot of overlap between our customers, Hiptest customers that had products like SoapUI and Swagger and test left and cross-browser testing. So, I think it'll be really helpful for us in some upcoming webinars and events to provide examples of how these tools work together and support a common workflow.
Absolutely. Okay, great, Ryan. And now, can you tell us what this means for SmartBear customers?
Yeah, that's a great question. I think with our SmartBear customers, they're using SmartBear technologies today to help them with the automation of their testing. Tools like test left, cross-browser testing, trying to implement that automation to move more quickly. With the addition of Hiptest, now their entire workflow is supported by allowing them to address some of the collaboration needs up front. So making sure that they're not just automating the tests, but they know exactly where to focus that automation. So, it really helps our SmartBear customers automate and move fast, but do so in a very well-aligned way with the rest of the team and the business.